Hey YouTube, my name is Yana Kemba, and this is my first ever reality show review on YouTube. I know my channel says that I've been been a member of YouTube since November of 2009 or something like that. Honestly, I might have created the account not knowing what I was doing or thinking of an idea back then. But honestly, this is the first time I've ever done anything on YouTube, so bear with me if the if the show is flawed or just seems a little strange, even with my eyes looking into this camera. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time, like I said, doing it, so I'm not used to this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to be doing reality reviews for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as Love and Hip Hop. And then when Basketball Wives Miami comes back on in February, I'm going to be doing it for that show, too. I love Basketball Wives. But I apologize for getting started on the reviews so late into the season. I've been so crazy busy with work and kids and family and everything. So my apologies for getting started late, because it was a couple of weeks. I'm like, man, let me pop up that camera and go ahead and just say something. But anyway, I'm out here now, and I'm going to review today the episode that just aired on Tuesday. The show was just okay for me this week. It wasn't anything spectacular. Yeah, this wasn't, like, I really wish this wasn't the week I'm starting my reviews, because the show just wasn't all that for me this week. It was okay. I'm going to start with Phaedra, because Phaedra is my absolute favorite lady on the show. Absolute favorite. I love Phaedra. I think she's funny. I think she's classy. I think she's one of the ones, she doesn't make herself look bad on TV. I think a lot of the other ladies have made fools of themselves on TV. Sheree and Nene, just sometimes they tend to look a little foolish. But Phaedra is classy. Even with the way she handled the situation with Apollo and Peter, how she went and, paid her apologies to Kim for what went down. She's just classy in my opinion. I like seeing her in court and in action and everything like that. As far as her helping Sheree out with her court case with her ex-husband, telling her to bring her outfits over so she can help hook her up for court. That was cool. I don't like Sheree. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Sheree is so pretentious. I think Sheree has a lot of shit with her, to be honest with you. She strikes me as a person who has a lot of shit with them. With all of the name brands and always trying to have a logo on something. It's like, at her age, I would think that she should be beyond that, She should have a little more depth to her. I mean, and maybe she does, don't get me wrong. I don't know her, but on camera, she's not showing a person who has any depth. She just seems very shallow. Bringing all those clothes over to Phaedra's house with name brands, but then you're claiming that you need money from your ex-husband. And not saying he shouldn't have to pay for them, but it's just like, I don't know. She just seems pretentious to me with the Porsche and all of that. It just seemed like she was trying to go to court wearing all those name brands and, kind of showing off just to show Bob, look at me now, look how well I'm doing without you. Whereas he came to court looking an absolute mess. But at the end of the day, he showed her up because he had his mind right. So my thing is, that is what you're going to court for. You should be beyond, caring what your ex-husband thinks. Even though I know people do it all the time. But still, you're going to get money for your kids. And really that should be your bottom line. Getting money for your children. Not trying to show him, look what you're missing out on. Whatever. Eat your heart out. Whatever to that. I thought it was kind of strange that he was able to show Phaedra up in court. I mean, as far as, the whole contempt thing. I don't know the law, and I'm like, it's a little strange to me, but I don't see what one thing has to do with another as far as, okay, Sheree owed furniture from the divorce settlement, but I don't see why that, held up the child support hearing. I was confused about that. I wish Phaedra could have explained what one thing had to do with the other, but, their next court date is coming up, so I think that was unfair, personally. I don't think he should have been able to get away with that. And I think Sheree, for whatever reason, she wasn't trying to lock him up. I'm not clear on that. I think he may be one of those fathers who does for his kids as far as getting them, even though it kind of seems like he doesn't. I'm not clear on that. That whole thing is kind of fuzzy for me. Another little thing I thought was strange. I know maybe I might be the only person that noticed it, but when she called her mother on her cell phone, she had her mother's name in there as Thelma. And I'm like, well, if you call your mother Mom, why do you have her name in your cell phone entered as Thelma. I just thought that was a little strange, but hey, maybe I'm just being petty. This is me. My mother's name in my cell phone is Ma, because that's what I call her. I do not call her Valerie, because that would just be strange to have her in there as Valerie, and I call her Ma. But anyway, I digress. Nene. I don't honestly remember much about Nene this episode. She was kind of quiet, or maybe she just faded into the background. I just honestly don't have anything to say about Nene this episode. Nene is another one I think is pretentious and feeds into her own hype. I think she's going to live to regret that. But as far as this episode is concerned, I don't really have anything to say about Nene. I can't really remember much about her or Cynthia, honestly. I actually had more to say about them the last episode, but I missed that review, so sorry. Who else? Candy. Or Candy Coated Nights. That's interesting. It's okay. Whatever. Her sex toy line, I think, is nice. I personally am not one of those women who gives a shit about music with a vibrator. At the end of the night, the ultimate goal is the nut. Music, none of that matters. The vibration is all that matters to me. I don't care about music. I mean, to each his own. If y'all care about it, hey, knock yourself out with it. But I don't need music. I wouldn't buy a toy because of the music. Again, like the lady said, the vibration is the most important. That motor, if they can get a motor that has 10 levels, that would be awesome, because most of them only have 4. So my thing is, I'm more interested in the motor than the music. I thought it was really very strange that they had the meeting in a restaurant, a public restaurant. I thought that was very strange to me. Something as intimate and private as sex toys should not be discussed in a public place. And you got the vibrator going on the table. It just seemed a little strange to me. It's like, do that kind of shit in an office somewhere. Yeah, that was weird to me. What else happened on the show? Phaedra. Talked about Phaedra, Nene. Oh, Kim. I don't like Kim. It's going to be a rare episode where I have anything nice to say about Kim. I think Kim is a condescending bitch. I just don't like her. There's something about her I can't put my finger on. I really do think Kim is a racist. I think her whole family is a racist. I think Corey is probably a racist. I don't mean any harm, but something about them I just don't like. I think Kim tries to cover it, but I think it still comes out. Anytime her and Sweetie are interacting, I'm kind of like on the edge, holding my breath, waiting for her to say something that's going to rub me the wrong way, which she usually successfully does. Even the way she calls Sweetie just irritates me. And Sweetie just seems so oppressed. I feel so sorry for Sweetie. I hope she's getting paid well, because to be washing Kim's wigs out and shit is like, Kim's kids are irritating. Her parents are weird. Her father is just creepy in a weird way. Baby's cute, whatever. I don't wish Kim well. I don't like her. All that shit she did with Big Papa from past seasons, and then, now she wants to be the happy housewife. Whatever the hell. I personally think Croy, even though I do think Croy has a touch of something, a little twist of racism in him, I think he's a good guy. I think he deserves better than Kim, personally. But if he likes it, I love it. If he likes it, yay. What can I say? Yeah, I think he is, like I said, too good for her, but I think he is good for her children, because I quickly saw how when the little girl, I can't remember her child's name, was like, the dog messed on the floor, he was like, go clean it up. And he didn't hesitate to say it. And I'm like, you know what? That's what they need. So I think Corey's a good guy. Other than that, the show was just, like I said, it wasn't that great. I really wish I didn't have to start my reviews off with this particular episode, but it was just okay. I'll be back next week with my review on Sunday, and then my review for Love and Hip Hop on Monday. And like I said, Basketball Wives, when that comes back on in February, I'll be doing that as well. Also want to do a review for The Walking Dead. That is my absolute favorite show. I mean, I like The Walking Dead better than all of these shows. I know it's not a reality show, but The Walking Dead is where it's at. I don't know anybody else that watches it. I have one lady at my job who watches it. She don't want to talk to me about it. So hopefully somebody out there in YouTube land watches The Walking Dead, because I definitely want to do a review of it when it comes back on. It's on the mid-season finale came on about 2 weeks ago. So I definitely want to do a review of that when it comes back. In any event, I will see everybody next week. I plan on doing these things on time. They don't take long. So, hey, a couple of takes and edits, and I'm on my way to putting it out there. So, anyway, YouTube, ta-ta. See you next week.